complete Buddha, the wise and vigorous one, Sugata, knower of the world, charioteer to tame beings, unsurpassable one, teacher of the God and human, incomparable Shakya king, touching my head to be immaculated dust on my feet, upholstered with the devotions. Chief among the two-leg beings, you took seven steps on this vast earth and declare, I am the most excellent one on the world. Homage to you who were wise at that time. You have completely pure body, supremely beautiful. It's like the mountain of the gold and ocean of the wisdom. Your fame shine brilliantly throughout three world. Homage to you who become the supreme protectors. Would the Supreme make you face of the immaculate like the moon? Homage to you whose complexions like the gold. Such flawless being as a you in the ornament of the three realm of the existence. Homage to you who are the idol with a complete knowledge. Supreme human character who tame beings, Tathagata who cut the throughout the fighting calm and fully peaceful. You are the master of the peace. Homage to you who dwell in the Sharavasti. Protector, endowed with a great compassion, reveal the source of the all, the ocean of the merit, and call homage to you, Tathagata. Oh, sorry. Pure cause of freedom from the desire, liberation from the lower realm through the virtue, entirely ultimate and supreme. Homage to you, Dharma, that's the peace. Being liberated, you also show the path to the liberation, completely devoted to the training, sublime among the field of the quality. Homage to you, Sangha, as well. Please go to Tibetan. Chumden de jen she boy tra chumba yanda ba zobe sanje re ba dan shab zon den ba de ura she boy che de jen boy che boy de wa kaloi jo ba la na men ba la dan me nam je dan ba nyame Gabo Shabje de Tema Membal Govor de Gube Chazelo Kanze Ganye Zovoy Chetanze Sajen de la Comboy Dambon Ngane Jeden Denai Choje Son Deze Jebai Cholai Chaze Namdai Gongai Chodoi Susa Wai Yeshe Jazo Seje Lumbor Draboy Jede Sonai Lange Wa Gomboy Chonye Jela Chazelo Senjon Demboy Jemen Dawei Dawei
Recording in progress.
Jelo Dede Jedra Sebo Sonai Zen Me Jen Jen Jela Chazel Menjoy do kalo junze je gunjuro chenwa chunze de she womboy che nye she la je nye yu shoba de la chaze lo gombo do je chen de amba tam je jembe domba Bunai yunden jazo she de shen shel taben de jan jawe jo jewe nye zon la do che do don da jo jo boy she jo cholai cha zel Dona jawe la yan de la ba da la rabdok Shinje damba yenden de yenden layan cha lo
Umichuji inji potando dusu sanje gunje ngonye rasa chukuru ngoso don zaba zaba lama nala ngoja tse tabje doje shejere sot shinji mendo doje bonjamba seje lambo tabo jebe go sheje zo de la ngoja tse teme wase toje jengo do mande sheje ngobo chidab tamje jeba gunje jujeje nyame de gun renje nguja se tazo sanje tanje jelo chozo ndo chinje lapto so cholando no wa chinje lapto lan chobo so wa chinje lapto so chobo ishe so jawa chinje lapto so ne je chende banda la men so la je so je o chije sanje la da la men so la je so je o na se banda la men so la je tobe da zhuwa chinje labdo so tuji shen zhuwa chinje labdo so ren zhe du da ba chinje labdo so cha che chen pe chu jing gung du cen di nye la to ba chinje labdo so san je gung du za ba la ma la gu song gu ba chen pe cha de men ne lo ra wan she ba da ce da zhu ba nyang ba chinje lo.
Good morning. Um, Today we're going to go through this called the four cause for rebirth of the Pure Land of Sukhavati. Um, so first we have to go this way. I think um, when come to the phenomena is a Buddha taught as a two terms, two way to divide. One is called the ultimate nature, one is called the relative. So we say two truth, ultimate truth and relative truth. So based on that, also Buddha have two called the Rupakaya and Dharmakaya. Rupakaya as a Buddha manifests as a form body, like physically form. Dharmakaya is a beyond our word to describe or beyond our eye to can see. So this is such nature. Uh, but when we were describing Rupakaya, it doesn't mean that there's no Dharmakaya. Dharmakaya is within the Rupakaya, but couldn't see. Like we have all the elements. We have a fire element, we have a earth element, we have a water element, we have a wind element, but all those elements have to rely on the space element. Without the space element, none of them exists. But the space element, no one can show. This is the space element. No color, no shape, so no way to describe actually space element. So the Dharmakaya is like that. It's within the Rupakaya, Dharmakaya is exists. So that is a that way those when we talk about the two truth, they're not really separate. They're not really totally separated. So nature of a relative is the ultimate because within the ultimate manifests as a relative. So these two. So that way, when come to the actually ultimate nature, then like Shantideva said, who created the iron earth in the hell. So we normally lots of people describing this on say mental perception. Everything is a perception of the mind. That's the talking about the based on the relative, I mean ultimate naturally, based on the ultimate. There's truly such things truly exist by nature. So then you can say there's a no exist of the pure land. All is our imagination. Make sense? Samsara is imagination. Nirvana is imagination. Pure land is imagination. Hell is imagination. This is called the imputed mind, created by this deception from this dualistic mind. But long as we are in there, that is real. Like when we dreaming, until wake up, it's not dreaming, it's real. But when we wake up, then we know, oh, that was a dreamy. Make sense? So this is you cannot because sometimes people say, oh, such and such things don't not exist, and they neglect like a uh, uh, sometimes people talk too high subject, and they are lack of discipline. Their behavior is really crazy, but then they talking about the really highly subject, ultimate nature, emptiness, and this and that. So that way, so when come to the Buddha, there's a two. One is called the Dharmakaya, and the Dharmakaya is only Buddha can see. That you can call the pure land or whatever. So, but the Buddha manifests as a form body because of his compassion, because of his aspiration prayer, because of the karmic ripening of the beings. Because those three reasons, Buddha manifests as a form body. So this form body as all the relative truth. The relative truth, it have a fields. We call the sometimes it's called the universe, yeah. Sometimes it's called the realm. You can call land. So there are some so this pure land or universe or beings, is called the outer universe and inner sentient beings, outer world and inner beings. So like a god realms, outer world is pure, naturally built by the all the precious jewel, but inner being are impure. They still have this negative emotion. Yeah. Then when it comes to the sudden purulent, like a Shambhala, inner being are enlightened beings, but outer world is not really like a jewel or those things, impure. Then when it comes to the hell, outer world is impure, inner being are impure. Then come to the like a Sukhavati pure lands. Outer world is pure, inner being are pure. That why called the pure land. Why we call the pure land. Outer world is all is flawless. Inner being are falseless of the negative emotions. They don't have that negative emotion like such as a pure land, those pure lands. So we have like a five Buddha, you know, Buddha Barajana, Akshobhya Buddha, Ranasambhava Buddha, Amitabha Buddha, Amagasiti Buddha. Each one have their own pure lands. But most of all, uh, um, mm, mm, pure lands, reborn in the most of pure lands, they need really high qualities. They said their um, mm, mm, what is called pure um, mm, aspiration prayer and pure ethic. So we it's impossible for us to have that kind of pure because our nature is always corrupted with the negative emotions. Cannot find that this, especially during the degeneration time, even Buddha's time, lots of corruption with the morality. Make sense? So nowadays, much more harder. The, but and a lots of actually Sudra mentioned, most of those pure land have to have a certain degree of realization to reborn there. So you have to have some degree of quality to reborn there. Mhm. So in Amitabha Pure Land is the only the Pure Land, even the ordinary people, long as they have these four causes, they can be reborn. Even they don't have a pure aspiration, even they don't have pure morality. Still, they have good chance. So that way, why is Amitabha Pure Land is more popular? Is it because it's easier to reborn there? than other Pure Lands, because the other Pure Land you have to have some I saw somewhere, I saw saying is you have to have a reach to the first bhumi. So that when you get to actually first bhumi, then you truly have a pure morality, and you truly have a pure aspiration. Until you reach there, you don't have a why, because you're not free from afflictive emotions. Make sense? We still have afflictive emotion. We have attachment, anger, hatred, jealousy. That way our aspiration and our morality never become a pure. Still, no matter how hard we try, because it's a source of the impurity is there. That's called the afflictive emotions. So so that reason, even you have an impure aspiration and impure morality, still long as you meet with this four particular cause, you have a good chance to reborn in the Amitabha Pure Land. That is Buddha Amitabha himself make the what called the vow. I give you the page you looked at. When Buddha Amitabha was born as a king Chakravati in the past, this is talking about the Buddha Amitabha was like us, ordinary human being. When he was an ordinary human being in the samsara, he was born the King Chakravati, the universal monarch. He first generated the mind of a perfect enlightenment in the presence of the Buddha Rana Garba. In the meantime, he accumulated the cause and condition for accomplishing all the quality of the Sukhavati realm. He appeared immeasurably. If all those who have made aspiration to be born in the Sukhavati could be born there may I attain the Buddhahood. If they could not be born there, may I not be attained enlightenment. This is what he made the vow. So I'm going to accumulate the merit, that my merit is become so perfect that anyone who have aspiration to reborn, who think about the Amitabha Pure Land, can be reborn there. Until become that kind of quality, I'm not going to become a Buddha. So what it is because like we call the common karma, universe karma, common karma. So Pure Land is the result of that individual Buddha's merit. Make sense? So that is showing us yes, we have a Buddha nature, but even we have a Buddha nature, all the enlightened quality produced based on the aspiration, prayer, and accumulation of merit when those Buddha and when those Buddha on the path to the Bodhisattva. That way, each Buddha have we describe in different quality. We call some are healing Buddha, some are wisdom Buddha, some are compassion Buddha, some are Buddha of the liberation. Make sense? So this is so even truly all the enlightened beings are same, but still relatively each one have their own qualities. This relatively each one their own quality is based on the what kind of and how amount accumulation of merit and wisdom accumulated when they were in the Bodhisattva path. So each one have their own different color, different performing, in Latin activities, different purulent. So that way Buddha Amitabha said, until I become a quality, that my quality is anyone who, uh, uh, pray to the reborn in the Sukhavati, until they can reborn, I'm not going to become a Buddha. So Buddha Amitabha become a Buddha. That means that he fulfill his that wish, his vow. Make sense? So that one is here. Because of the king's aspiration has been filled with the power of the Victoria One aspiration as such, that all pure aspiration to be born in the Sukhavati will enable one to be born in their womb. Okay, so this is mm, now what is the four cause to reborn in the Pure Land? Further, look the top of the page. There are four aspects to wishing for the four cause of the rebirth as Sukhavadis. Firstly, repeatedly bringing to mind the purulent of Sukhavati with the Buddha. I think they said area of the support of realm, but this is talking about the purulent Amitabha. So how to repeatedly? Mean that we practicing in the Vajrayana practitioner knows how to bring in that one. Some like Theravada, and sometimes people have a little bit difficulty to about that one because they don't have this traditional. But like when we practice the Amitabha, we visualizing the Buddha Amitabha Pure Land. So uh, 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 best way is you have to visualize and completely feel of the Buddha Amitabha. Buddha Amitabha and his retinue and all the Bodhisattva. If you look at some even Tibetan, we have a painting. I think Chinese too, painting that they call the Amitabha Pure Land. You see all those detail. If you can visualizing, and that is really good. Even you cannot visualizing, that is completely, unless you need visualizing, um, called the three principal deities. In here, Amitabha is a red in color. He's a Nirmanakaya form. You have to visualize it, a Nirmanakaya form, wearing the three Dharma robes, sitting on the lotus, sun and moon disk. Okay, so like in the Vajrayana practice, we said when you were visualizing those deities with the four or five characteristics: clarity, purity, form. Uh, I try to find a new word. Oh, I don't have that word here. Okay, I forgot to bring. Sometimes we use the divine pride, but formally pride, uh, empty nature. So those are part of the characteristics. So you have to visualizing Buddha Amitabha pure center. Uh, so clarity is a try to see detail of the Buddha Amitabha's body from his Ushinish crown to until the lotus. Try to visualize in detail until it becomes so detailed. Sometimes we have to rely on the pictures or statues like behind me. Then purity is that the Buddha Amitabha's all the manifestation of his color, his shape, his form, everything is have inner qualities. Okay, inner latent qualities, and form pride is you have to you have to need confidence of this is truly Buddha Amitabha, not my imagination, not my visualization. You need this confidence of this is true Buddha Amitabha in front of me. Okay, and it's an empty nature. So empty nature means that when you're visualizing Buddha Amitabha, Amitabha body will be illusion form, rainbow-like body, not a solid like a statue or human flesh, bone body, rainbow body, lucid body, something like that. So that's called the empty nature. So that is the Buddha Amitabha. And the right side of the Buddha Amitabha, Avalokiteshvara. In this case, Avalokiteshvara standing right side of the Buddha Amitabha, standing. And he's wearing all the precious ornament, jewel and silk garment, precious ornament. And his right hand is called the Supreme Giving Mudra, at the wise, kind of like, I think Supreme, not Giving Mudra, sorry, Gyabjing, Supreme, uh, like I think Blessing Mudra or yeah, wish granting mudra, both. Then left is holding the lotus, what called string, yeah, stem, and lotus is at the ear. And someone said, actually, why is all the Buddha's lotus at the ears? That is how he hear everyone they call, the symbol of it. When anyone call their name, they can hear. So either way, he's holding that one is how he's standing, and he's one face, two arm, white in color. And left side of the Buddha Amitabha, Buddha Vajrapani, Bodhisattva Vajrapani, blue in color. Same hand position is the same, standing, you know, and only different is the color is blue. Avalokiteshvara is a white color, Vajrapani is a blue color, but also Vajrapani is not the wrathful one, peaceful one. Both are peaceful. So Buddha Amitabha is called the Nirmanakaya form because wearing the Dharma robes. And Avalokiteshvara and Vajrapani is called the Sambhogakaya form, wearing the jewel and silk ornament, garment. So that is even you cannot visualize in the completely pure land of the Sukhavati unless remember that those. And wherever you facing your shrine or wherever you are facing, always think you're facing to the west, and in front of you is the Sukhavati, not think as a, oh, Amitabha, come to my shrine. Because a lot of people think like that. Oh, Buddha come to my shrine. And he come and help me to fix my problems. like what you call the handyman. Don't think like that. Things wherever you're facing is facing to the north in this case, west. I mean west, and in front of you, your shrine is truly Amitabha Pure Land. That is called the form proud, pride, pride. That is what is form pride means, that you believe that is the truly Sukhavati Pure Land. So just visualizing this again and again. So this way, sometimes people say, so when I'm dying, I want to do the poor. Even somebody do the poor, if you don't practice this one, you never reborn there. At the time of the death, mind is not that flexible. You have so many problem comes, thought comes. You're not ready, but you have to build that. How to build that is constantly thinking about the Sukhavati Pure Land again and again. So that way we do the practice at least once a day. Make sense? So that is the like a minimum practitioner. Where do we is a once a day is a minimum. But so then so how to also helpful is like when you eating, when you're drinking, every time try to offering to the Buddha Amitabha. So that way, every things you do, anything you do, at least 3 times a day, you will think about the Sukhavati Pure Land. So uh, that is the, I think, first one we have to visualizing as a um, uh, repeatedly bringing to the mind of the Sukhavati Pure Land. So this is a have to repeat again and again. Why we have to repeat? Repeat, build the habituation. Then habituation make the real. Make sense? So that way, sometimes you have to fake. That fake is become real. That is why we have to recite it, so many mantra, why we you practice it every day is a reason is that one. So until it become a real, you have to repeat this. One day, truly it become a real. Because samsara is what we see right now is not truly exists. But we repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. That way we make the real. From nothing to existent, we create it. So now we have to break that one and try to go back to the nature. For that also we have to repeat it, repeat again and again and again. So that reason rehabilitation is really difficult. If you try to do rehabilitation, something that you have a bad habit like drinking or alcohol or something, and you want you to rehab, it's not easy. Why? Because breaking that habit is really difficult. So for that reason, um, why is it difficult? It's because our this habit is really really old. We don't have a record of when we start this one. We call the we call the beginningless. Samsara is a beginningless. From the beginningless to until we build this habit. Now we have to break that one. So that way we need to repeat again and again and again. So visualizing that pure land. So that is a one. Second one said, secondly, accumulate immeasurable root of a virtue through the many doors, mean the body, speech, mind. So firstly, generally, all our these lives, whatever you have qualities, is a result of the past merit. That way, even we're born in the same family, same parents, same gene, each kid have their own charisma, its own character, its own power. It's a different. Why? We share the same genes, same environment. Why come different? I mean, some you see some same parent, but one kid is a really good looking, but another one is not that good looking, and one kid become really successful, another is not really successful. One kid is really healthy, another is not that really healthy. They always have a different. Just same from the same environment. Why? Because each one have their own karma. We carry on our own karma, which we related from the past. So all the good things in your life, freedom, wealth, you know, look, anything is a good. It's a result of the good merit. Nothing come free. So in the Tibetan, we said small, like a um, small merit as a sesame seed side is a more um, mm, what call that meaningful or more kind of like bring you to the result and effort like a mountain. Make sense? This in the we have this sonam drivutsale sonam agasa sonam yuntusam bezo drivutsale sonam yuntusam pendo chase. It means that it's more how to use this benefit or not accurate, more not benefit. There's one word not coming to me. So small merit like a sesame seed is a more um, mm, um, helpful than I think just use that one as then effort like a mountain. Because sometimes we put so much effort, nothing accomplished. Sometimes people don't put that much effort, but they accomplish so much. Make sense? So I think so this is related to our past lives, the karma. So these lives, all those whatever we think we achieve is not only come from the effort. Make sense? Yeah. So so that way, then of course we are Dharma practitioners. Our main goal is we have a realization of the non-dual wisdom of empty nature. Non-dual wisdom of empty nature is the result of the accumulation of merit. So that way, Diluba said to the Naroba, son, until you reach to the completely, uh, uh, you know, unborn Dharma Dadu, never be separate from the two accumulations. So that is showing us if we want to be realization of the empty nature, or you can call the suchness, or you can call the Mahamudra or whatever. You need rely on the accumulation of merit and accumulation of wisdom. Make sense? So that way, the mundane way or super mundane way, we have to rely on the accumulations. They are nothing accomplished without the support of the merit. Mm. So that reason we have to accumulate. In the most of sadhana, you see there's a one is called the seven lamb offering, and another one is the four immeasurables. So this is a method to how to accumulate. Seven lamb offering is called the accumulation the merit based on the pure base. Okay, and four immeasurable meditation on the four immeasurable is called the based on the impure base. So seven lamb offerings. We have a first one is called the prostration. So here said many doors. So we have to do prostration with the body, speech, mind, all three doors. Prostration have a many different. In prostration is actually in the Tibetan word called the chak, chak tail. Chak mean also same as a sweep the dust. When you sweep in the dust, it's called the chama. Cha, cha means the sweep also. So through this prostration, we purifying our negative karma. Through the prostration, lots of people cure the sickness. Actually, physically sickness can cure by the prostration. There's a lots of story about that one. And so physically, there's have a prostration here. Is talking about like a joint hand is also prostration. Bowing is a prostration. Touching to the feet is a prostration. Touching to our five limbs on the ground is a prostration. Touching to the full body to the ground is a prostration. There are so many ways to do prostrations. So this is physically prostrations, body prostrations. Then speechly chanting the prayer, like when we do the refuge prostration, we chant the refuge prayer. Yeah, that's a speech prostrations. Then mentally, you need to develop the devotion, faith, vivid faith, eager faith, trusting faith. So then our body, speech, mind, all three do during the prostrations. So um, particularly in the Vajrayana tradition, they are called the full prostrations. You don't see other tradition that one. Mostly it's a half prostration, is a touching to your knee, your palm, your forehead 4 point of the body touching to the ground is a most of tradition they do. In the only Tibetan tradition, in the Vajrayana, we have a full prostrations. That is related to the Tumu meditation, the 6 yoga of Naropa meditation. So it's a stretch all your body. It's the same as a Hindu, they do the yoga, similar like that. Either way, that is a prostration. So this prostration, one is a bring to the humbleness. Like a Sengda Rinpoche said, Dharma practitioner have a two afflicted emotion come easily and have really difficult to recognizing is a attachment and pride. Because when we achieve something, namely, or whatever, then same time pride is come. That's a big problem. Oh, now I'm Kempo, they should be respect to me. No, I'm a monk, they should be respect to me. Or I'm a such and such, they should be respect to me. When the people not respected, it hurt to you. Oh, they're not respecting me. I'm really, you know. So your pride created your own problem. A true practitioner become a more humble. More you really truly practicing, more become humble. So one day, Padu Rinpoche was just going somewhere, and he got to one monastery, and the monastery lama is teaching a word of my perfect teacher. He wrote actually. So Padu Rinpoche went to the teaching, and he sit there, whole teaching. Later, then that lama, teacher, he recognized that was a Padu Rinpoche. He was really shocked, and he said, "I'm sorry, Rinpoche, I really didn't know that you were here. So now, please, you teach this continue." And Padu Rinpoche said, "No, no, 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 you teach continue. It really helped me, benefit for me." So he stay until the teaching is completely finished. Stay as an ordained and stay as a just a simple monk. And so that there are lots of truly practitioners who have no problem about that kind of ego because they practice. Make sense? But sometimes this is the ego is become a problem for Dharma practitioner. Either way, so the prostration it help us to reducing this ego because long as you have this ego, you will never receive any blessings, any wisdoms. Like no matter how many time rain, no matter how many long rain, water never stay top of the hill. Water always run to the bottom. Right after the rain stop, water nothing left there. So our pride, ego is like that hill. When we go to any teachings with that emotion, that pride, you will not learn nothing. Really never learn anything. Then you become, oh, no, he said this and that. Oh, wait, she said this and that. It's not true. You become a judgmental. You will never observe. You never learn anything. You're wasting your time there with that kind of emotion if you go. So we need reduce that ego. Prostration is the best. So that way, afflict emotion,
Recording stopped.
afflict emotion like ego afflict emotion is a directly antidote of our. I mean, the prostration is a directly antidote of the mm, ego. Ego or what called pride. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Then second one is a seven lamb from the seven lamb. Second one is offering. There's an offering called the physically arrange and mentally visualize. So offering is the antidote of the also stinginess. Then outer, inner, secret. There are many different offering mention. Mhm. Mhm. Those offering we have to um, arranging much as you can. Unless like every day try to do the water offerings. It's really good. Because water offering is a benefit is a one, you have really disciplined. You have to do every morning and offering, and every night you have to remove. One is it good disciplined. Two is it a really pure offering because water is it can get easily. You don't have to spend too much money like flour, incense. Those have to spend more money. Water is it come much cheaper than that. So that way it's become a more pure offering. So then of course water is the main source of we surviving also. So um, like every day offering water and whatever then can and confessing. We first of all we are in the samsara, so that means that we have negative karma. If we don't have negative karma, we will be not here. We have no business here. So either way, even you have any kind of a record about make you feel guilt, but still, even you don't have that one, you are in the samsara. It means that you have a negative karma. We created this negative karma because of the not knowing, uh, because of the disrespectful, because of the careless, because of the strong afflictive emotions. So these are called the four cause to create the negative karma. You know, so sometimes we are creating negative karma because of we not knowing. Like when we drive, we don't know how many beings we're killing. So there's a lot of incident happen. Sometimes we become a disrespectful. That way we create a negative karma. Like I saw, I mean, like everybody saw, you know, in the Afghanistan they destroyed the Buddha's ancient statue. Those are come from the disrespectful. And I saw one China, one man is peeing on the Buddha's head. There's a huge Buddha statue. So, and of course, when during the Cultural Revolution, they destroy everything, China and Tibet. So those are come from the disrespectful attitude. Then sometimes we do because we're careless, yeah, and sometimes we do because of the strong emotion, because of the negative emotion, like angry, you start harming someone. Because of so strong attachment, you're killing some things. Sometimes we kill like a attachment. Sometimes we kill because of anger. Sometimes we kill with ignorance. Those are called the four cause um, to create the negative karma: not knowing, disrespectful, careless, and strong afflictive emotion. So that way we have to confessing, because the only way to purifying the negative karma is through the confess. So we have to with the four power of the relying, power of the remedy, power of the resolve, and power of the regret. So you have to first you have the sense of regret. Yes, I was wrong. Then you have to rely on someone, like at this time, rely on the Buddha Amitabha, from the Buddha Amitabha. Then and then, for a remedy as like a recite the Amitabha mantra. And resolve means that no, I'm not going to repeat this again. So this way too, you can purify our negative karma. That's called confessing and rejoicing. So the rejoicing is many people talk, so no need to talk. But the rejoice have a great power, you know. So we should rejoice, because the rejoice is the directly antidote of the jealousy. So when you rejoice, they say is through the rejoice you gain same merit. Even you not gain same merit unless you protect your own mind from the jealousy. Unless you don't have that negative emotion. So you protect yourself from that evil thought. So you should rejoice in anything is going, good in the society, mundane way, super mundane way. Anything do something good, you should rejoice. Then requires the Dharma teachings. Requires the Dharma teaching is a reason is a one Buddhism is a more like a democracy. If a race is not agree, the teacher have no power to give the teachings. So Buddha's from the beginning, he always make like democracy, always a Sangha discussion. So that way we have to request the teachings, as I think showing that one. But mainly is why is a necessity to request teaching is a Buddha's teaching is a according to the mental capacity of the beings. If that person is not really interested, and that person is not really, want to can learn or not capable to learn that one, and you cannot force to that person to receive that teachings. Make sense? So that way, I think request is lots of reasons in the Buddhism you have to request. So so because of most of people don't know that one, so that way we do the empowerment. Request is to teach you the teacher. You have to request this way, then I will give you this one. so so sometimes it's helpful, but you have to request. Then of course that is a antidote of the ignorance. Then say the long life prayer. We have to request to the all the enlightened beings stay in the samsara continually. So sometimes you may think, no matter how many times we offering to the long life mandala, those lama pass away. Some point they died. Yes, this body may die, but they will come back. Good one, reincarnation. They will keep continually coming. If we don't show the interesting, after they pass away, maybe they reborn in the other Pure Land, somewhere else. Then we get the fake Tugu. I think that is the case happen that one. So offering long life mandala is not just only that body, particular body stay a long time. Not just only that one. Even the next reincarnation be authentic one come, quick come. Make sense? I think that there are lots I have to do that one. So that way they keep continue teaching Dharma. And the reincarnated one is maybe even not better, it will come equal to the past one. Otherwise, we get a really strange one, totally different one. Make sense? So I think that's important. Then last one is a dedication. Whatever we do, we have to dedicate it. So this is called the based on the Buddha Amitabha. We do this practice, Sabalam offering. So that we call the pure base. Accumulation merit with the base, pure base. Then there's another one is for immeasurable, meditation on the four immeasurable, love, compassion, joy, equanimity. That meditation is based on the samsaric sentient beings. So samsaric sentient beings are impure. So based on the impure base, accumulate the merit with impure base. So through this way too, we accumulate the merit. So that is the second one. The third one, So thirdly, generating the mind, the supreme bodhicitta as a companion. So we have to generate the mind of enlightenment, bodhicitta. There's no greater than bodhicitta that benefit for you. You know, sometimes people really interested on the, especially in the Vajrayana, people really interested on the particular deity, the powerful or this and that, they, but they never pay attention on the bodhicitta. But the deity is a manifestation from the bodhicitta. If you don't have a bodhicitta, even you become deity's form, you become like a, you know, evil spirit with a deity's form. So without the bodhicitta, if you practice the peaceful deity, you have maybe good chance to reborn in the God realms. So earlier I mentioned God realm is a outwardly pure but innerly impure. Okay, so without the bodhicitta, you have good chance to reborn in the if you practice the peaceful deity as a God realms. That is also only desire realms, not the form realm, formless realms. If you practice the wrathful, you have really good chance to reborn in the evil spirit. There's one time somebody is, you know, traveling, and there's one evil spirit, like his one foot is on this top of the mountain, other foot is on this top of the mountain, and his form is actually one deity's form, wrathful deity's form. And anyone go through that, people get sick and die. Lot of problem comes. We have one in my hometown. There was one. The monk did a long time retreat, but during the Cultural Revolution, he become really bad, evil to, including helping to the Chinese to destroying the monastery. Then when he died, he became a really strong evil spirit and took long time to tame him because many people get sick and problem comes. So it's not like you don't need to scare of the wrathful deity make you evil. No, wrathful deity not make you evil. Wrathful deity is a manifestation of the bodhicitta. You don't have the bodhicitta. You have only evil. like lots of people want to be wisdom, power, but the wisdom and power, when lack of compassion, it become corrupted. Then you become evil beings. Historically, all the evil people are really smart. Make sense? None of them are dumb. They're really intelligent. That way they can, control that many beings. So, but the lack of compassion. So that reason, I think bodhicitta is the soul of the deity, particularly Vajrayana practitioner. You must need the bodhicitta if you truly want to practice the Vajrayana. So, and same things, if you want to reborn in the pure land of the Sukhavati, you should. So, bodhicitta, there's a two kind of bodhicitta, aspiration bodhicitta and action bodhicitta. So, we have two bodhicitta. So, detail is, um, today we don't have time to go through it. But, even you cannot do that, so just do this in our opening prayers is there's one bodhicitta. Um, is He said, until I reach the heart of awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, I take refuge in the Dharma, in the ensemble of the Bodhisattva. Just as Sugata as the past arose the mind of awakening and progressed through the Bodhisattva training, I too will generate the mind of awakening and train the same way for the benefit of beings. Repeat this one. And the next one is we call the short refuge. Sanjichita Soichonala. Also, that is in Bodhicitta. Those two, one of those two, repeat again and again and again. Like many Bodhicitta text said, you repeat this 3 times a day, 3 times a night. So then, uh, um, okay, so I think that's enough. And the fourthly is dedicating the root of the virtue, cause for the birth of Sukhavati, making aspirations. So dedication's condition of the dedication is you have to let go of the attachment, this life. Let go of the attachment, the place, let go of the attachment to the family or any loved one. When you have a strong attachment, your dedication will never go there. Make sense? Like sometimes you send the what call this cat, cat like in the wind. What call this? Kite. It's like kite. You send far, 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 far dedication, but then bring back. You because you hold in the string. Attachment of the string is there, so that way it never go away. So for the dedication, truly you need to let go. You have to learn how to cut the attachment. Your own body, your own possession, your own belongings. You have to learn how to cut the attachment. It doesn't mean that you don't care. Make sense? So when day come, leave. You have to leave this body. You ready? No problem. So otherwise, no matter how much you dedicated, you couldn't leave. Your string of attachment hold you there. So I think this is the basic things that if you really truly want to achieve, reborn in your next life, reborn in the Sukhavati Pure Land or some things, you have to, cut this attachment of this life, this body, this what called the relative, this wealth, and all the related to these lives in the related to the samsara. You have to let go of this all. Then finally, your dedication can bring you to the Sukhavati Pure Land. Like in the Sukhavati Pure Land said, you have to see your this life, this body, this relative as a dream, like meeting someone in the dream, you know. So then, when you're dedicating, you want to be in the pure land of the Sukhavati. Is a what kind of attitude? What kind of attitude you need is a attitude like when somebody is released from the prison, when somebody is released from the trap, uh, uh, when somebody is released from the uh, uh, fire, what called the firehouse, house caught on from the fire. Those they never think as a go back. They just one way look directly. So that kind of attitude need to reborn in the Pure Land. We have to see samsara as a, said samsara as a fire. What called the like a hole, big hole with a fire. Yeah, something like that. You have to see as a samsara as a poisonous snake nest island that is full of poison snake. Nobody want to go there. Yeah. If you accidentally happen there, you try to run away from that fast as you can. That nobody want to go to prison. If you get the free from the prison, the release that day, you will never think, oh, I want to come back to the vacation again. Nobody want there. So that kind of attitude need from samsara to reborn in the pure land. Then dedication work. Otherwise, dedication never. So that way, you know, uh, uh, mm, mm, uh, lots of time, like Kamboba said, if you're not practicing Dharma as according to the Dharma, Dharma can become a cause to reborn in the samsara. Okay, so briefly, I think this is called the four cause to reborn. So this with the four cause, repeatedly remembering the pure land of the Sukhavati, thinking about the Sukhavati. One, um, continually accumulate the merit and wisdom. Mm, Two, and generate a mind of enlightenment, bodhicitta. Three, and dedication. So with these four, even you don't have a pure aspiration, even you don't have a pure morality, still have a good chance to reborn in the pure land of the Sukhavati. But other pure land, like other Buddha's pure land, is not impossible, not possible. Not impossible mean that possible, yeah. Not possible. You have to have a pure morality, pure aspiration. That is really difficult to have. So that is what is the difference between the Sukhavati and okay. Then we do this short dedication. Not short. I mean this. Uh, you did the dedications. You see, by this merit may I achieve the omniscience, and having defeated all enemies and the fault, may I liberate all being from the ocean of samsara existence, and surrounding the web of old age, sickness, and death. May the precious supreme mind of awakening arise wherever it is not yet rising. May it not decline wherever it's rising, but ever increasing more and more. And the hero Manjushri who know the how, and likewise the Samantabhadaras, are follow in the path to fully dedicate in these virtues. By the blessing of the Buddha who attained the three kayas, by the blessing of the truth, the unchanging reality itself, and by the blessing of the in community that is unvindasa. May my prayer be bear fruit and according with my dedication. By the virtue accumulated in the three times, by myself on all samsara and nirvana, and by inner root of virtue, may I in all sentient being quickly attain unsurpassable, perfect, complete, and precious awakening. May the teaching of the great Dikumba Ranashiri, whose omniscient ocean of the Lord of the Dhamma, the past and sati practice until the end of samsaric existence. Through the Kagyu Lamas, the three jewels and the Yidam deities, the Dakinis and Dharma protectors, may the spiritual and worldly legacy as well as the monastery of the by the power of this vast worship, according to the Buddha's teachings, unmistaking path to utterly pure return. May the teaching of the Digumba Ranashi, our 10th Burmese protector. Okay, thank you so much, all the translator. Appreciate.